Sip Raju, Sip Rais, Sip Prabha, Sip Leena, Sip Eru, Sip Atmatray, Sip Bliss, and the rest of you whom I cannot see, welcome to the call. Today we have a very interesting subject. I can promise you that we are going to have a nice, good interactive session. And I already see Ashok Chotwani's hand going up. The subject of today's discussion, Tina, Administrator KT. Yeah, how to balance our life. Today's discussion is how to balance our life. And Ashok Chotwani, I welcome you to start the discussion.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, Ashok.
Sir, to balance our life, we should be always in consciousness and fulfill our family and other responsibilities in a proper way, and must follow detached attachment principle.
So very good. Now, can you explain to the group how to balance the life?
Still, I have to complete, sir.
Yeah.
Further, we should always be careful. Those responsibilities could not affect our spiritual journey. Our main focus or the priority must be enlightenment.
So how to balance, Ashok? Please tell me how to balance.
Yeah, to balance, we should not attach.
Yes, Ashok?
Yeah, we have to fulfill our all duties and responsibility, but we should not attach with them, sir. We always follow the principle of detached attachment.
No, all these are very good words, but practically, I don't think people will understand what you are saying. Tell me practically how to balance our life.
Actually, we are doing in our family, in our home, sir.
You already doing?
Yeah. We are giving respect, love, everything to our family members.
Yeah.
But we are not attached. We are
detached attachment. So is what you are saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you some more questions in a few minutes from now. I have not finished with you. But we have another Ashok, one Chotwani and one Nichani. So let us ask now Mr. Nichani. So Ashok Nichani, the question today is how to balance our life. Yes.
Shivam, Sarji.
Shivam.
Sarji, it is not easy, but where there is a will, there is a way.
All very good. You are all in dialogue mode. Where's Rajesh? Rajesh is not there. All you are giving good dialogues. But I want in this group, I want people to practically use this. See, let me tell you, Ashok Nichani. Life is not easy to balance. So what was your answer, Ashok? Repeat your answer.
Where there is a will, there is a way.
So what is the way? Will, okay. What is the way?
Sorry, there are two ways.
Yeah.
For example, you take a railway track. The train has to go on both the tracks, both the railings. So one side hold the hand of the divine, and other hand in the other side pray to him to keep me in my consciousness. So my duty to the material world is Karam Yoga.
Tell me, is it practically easy what you are saying? Is it practically easy? Is it practically possible? Explain. Don't see, because what happens, people are struggling. People are struggling to balance. Suppose today you are watching this Zoom call. Suddenly now in the house cricket match is playing. शुरू हो गया और अभी ये हो गया, इंडिया में 6 बॉल बना है भाई. अशोक, तुम्हारा जूम कॉल को गोली मारो. इंडिया का बाकी 2 ओवर है. इंडिया की बैटिंग के बाद तुम जाके जूम करना. अभी हम सब then what do you do?
Sarji, they are all temporary pleasures. If you want temporary pleasures, then you cannot go into spiritual world. If you are happy with temporary pleasures, then you be there. Enjoy that how P-O and G-O.
So you are saying you must have a strong will to be spiritual. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, sir, Sadi. To be in spiritual, you can be in both. In spiritual world, you will have to be under the teachers, gurus, and mentors. Follow them and devote some time to them, and devote some time to material world that is only for karma.
A lot of people get this feeling.
Be responsible and gentle, calm in karma with the family.
Sudeep, are you understanding, Sudeep? Sudeep, are you getting Girish and Sudeep? Are you understanding what our Mr. Ashok Nichani and Chotwani, what they are trying to say? What is your, because please, Sudeep and Girish, I want to, before we give on to Chidanand for next Gyan from Chidanand, let us hear from Ashok, from Girish and Sudeep. What is your understanding of this subject? What people are talking? Who's going? Sudeep.
Shivam, sir. Yes.
Shivam.
Sir, I believe balancing is definitely important, because only choosing one path, practically, it may be difficult. I mean, if I think only of the spiritual path, at the end of the day, I have to earn some money to fulfill my basic needs. So some work has to be done. But one thing that I have been doing for some time, and I've got some good results, which I can share with the team, and I think then you can add on to it, is to focus on the task on hands, whatever task that be. I had a small video which I had seen. So there was a juggler who had juggled some highest number of balls at one time. So the interviewer asked him that, how can you juggle 20, 25 balls at one time? He said, sir, it's very easy. My left hand is only acting as a reflector. It is always fixed. It is the right hand which has to push the ball towards the left hand. So I only focus on the ball which is going to hit the right hand, because all the other balls are in the air. Even if I look at them, I'll possibly lose track of all the other balls. So I only look at the ball which is going to come on my right hand, so that I can push it towards the left hand. So if I can just focus on the task that I'm doing, that could be a worldly affair also, if it is okay. If I'm doing some worldly activity, that time I should not talk about the Zoom talk. But when I'm in my Zoom talk, at that time, I have to switch off myself from every other thing. I think if we can follow this small activity, I think for me, it's like if I can take out time, if I'm not feeling short of time for all my spiritual activity, then maybe a little bit of a worldly activity is not bad. But the moment I see that my worldly activity is affecting my spiritual growth, at that time I'll stop doing it. So my priority has to be spiritual growth.
We have so many presumptions. We are thinking worldly things are bad. No, nowhere in spirituality we say worldly things are bad. But how do you balance is a big challenge. And you think that juggler to juggle is easy. Sudeep, you think what he told you, 20 balls in the sky, it's easy to do it. You just do 2 balls and show me how to do 2 balls or 3 balls. And it's a big struggle, right? So let us see. Thank you. Thank you for interpreting it. Girish, you would like to say something before we go to... Girish doesn't want to say something. So Chidanand, Bliko, Rohit. Yes, who wants to speak?
One more thing, sir.
One minute. Yes, Ashok.
Like in cricket, you can be a bowler or a batsman, but here you have to be an all-rounder. Example.
Okay, let us see. See, now we have got so many Gyanis. Suddenly we have got 5-6 people on the screen. So let us go. Chidanand, let's go one by one. Chidanand, Bliko, Rohit, Matrai, Prabha. Yes, Shiva. Bole Chidanand.
Basically, the balancing is between Shreyas and Preyas, according to me. Okay. Because the full life, we'll have to do this balancing act between Shreyas and Preyas. Because Prarabdha will throw at you so many balls. But it is up to you to deal with each ball as it comes to you. And Viveka is the only weapon that a human being has to apply.
How do you balance? Be practical. Tell me, how do you balance?
So every activity that you do, you have to do it in full consciousness in Viveka. As we said, A, B, C. Accept without protest. Do your best and leave it. Be in consciousness. This ABC formula will work will help you, anybody, to do a balancing act.
First. You all have become Gyanis. I have to learn from you every day. Huh?
This
ABC
is from
formula.
a practical, yeah, because what we are doing as a reasoning in Zoom talk, we are getting these acronyms which aids our. It's like a arrow which is there. Your stack. Like I can take it out and then use this as the context and then life changes.
No
Other thing
doubt.
is human beings have got a very duet ability. See, you can be in continuous chanting of name of God as we breathe. So what happens is if you form that habit of continuous chanting, at any given point of time, you can recall and you can be alert. It's like walking on the razor's edge. If you are on this path of spirituality and mukti and moksha is your only priority, then with that only priority in mind, you can deal with samsara.
Good.
It's very difficult, but over practice and abhyasa makes it perfect.
I hope I will give you all some solution by the end of the talk. But let us now get on to Bliko, Rohit, Atmatray, Prabha. Bliko.
Shivoham, everybody.
Sure.
So basically, the mind is a big hurdle in balancing in the life, because every time, every action is done by, by without choice of using our, mind, because the thought, anything you do, it first comes as a thought. If I have to speak, the thought will come first. I have to speak, and then I will start speaking, right? So, but when the other thoughts are coming, you get distracted. So the balancing is to be balance our mind, means understand our mind, that mind is only a hurdle in balancing the life. Like the example was given by, Ashok, but I will give you in a different way. In cricket, all type of activities going on. People are watching. There are so many things going, but umpire is standing there. He is focused on his judgment to give whether the person is out or not, or whatever decision. So in our life, we have to become umpire, not watching the cricket, who wins. So, and look at this thing beautifully in cricket. When one team wins, people get cheer and hoo-ha, and umpire just stand still and he just walk in his way, and he don't laugh or he don't jump or he don't thanks anybody. He just go walk in his way and then silently. So we have to live life like umpire, thinking that we are Atma in the body, not influenced by body, mind, and ego. That is balancing, in my view.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like the idea of the empire. The empire is not influenced. Beautiful. And see, every day I learn from you all something. Every day I learn from you something. Huh? So therefore, the Zoom call is a big Jnana Yoga for me. Rohit, thank you, Bliko, Master Bliko. Rohit.
Yeah, Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
Yeah. So whatever I actually wanted to talk has already been discussed so far. But
you tell us what you want to talk. You still tell us what you want to talk.
Yeah. So it's balancing of life is something which I think is Unnati and Utkarsha. So Utkarsha is the material development, Unnati is the spiritual development. But if we think about, SIP, SIP does everything from us, and we are just the instrument. So if we have this strong belief, if everything is SIP, then nothing has to be balanced, is what I feel.
Then what do you do? Nothing has to be balanced. What do you? People are confused now.
Do nothing, because you are not doing anything.
So then surrender. What?
Yes.
Just let go.
Because you are not the doer.
And don't balance.
Don't balance. If you think about balancing, then you balance. If you don't think about balancing, you don't balance. It's the SIP will take care, because but SIP is doing everything, and we are just the instrument.
But you have to reach how do you reach that level of becoming an instrument? That to reach that level, you have to be enlightened. How do you reach that level of enlightenment?
By being in constant consciousness.
But how do you be in consciousness when there's so much samsara around you?
That everything is SIP.
How do you realize that? How do you realize? How do you get to that realization, Rohit? With how to become an empire when there's so much noise happening in the game, so many batting, bowling, screaming, shouting, nowadays even dancing and these what do you call this cheering girls with
but if you believe, even the noise is SIP.
So you are talking from an advanced point of view. Okay, I will take your point. Very good. I'm amazed when you have one person talking from that point of view. There is nothing. There's no, what is there? Nothing. Just surrender. Yeah, kuch bhi nahi karo. Just sip sambalenge. Don't worry at all. Okay, Rohit, let's come back to you in a few minutes. Atmatray and Prabha. Atmatray.
Shivam, everyone.
Sure, sir.
Spirituality and materialistic are both sides. Prapanch and Paramartha. These are the two fields, like as if you can.
How do you balance the question?
Yes, very few saints balanced their life, because when we reduce our materialistic desires, then we can forward on spiritual path. We have to do. Yes, I want to say we should have to a drama, anger outside, but peace inside.
Use your temper, don't lose your temper.
Right, sir. Right. That's why balancing is not a tool. We should forward only spiritual path. We go in balancing like as a seesaw. We go never.
Explain properly what you're saying. We are not able to balance what you're saying.
As a seesaw, jigsaw game, है ना. ऊपर नीचे होते रहता है.
सीसॉ. तो कैसा बैलेंस करना आत्मात्रय कैसा करना?
No, it can't balance. That's why I cannot balance. Yes.
Then what to do?
We have to take only one path, a spiritual path, and go on that direction only.
So we cannot ride on two. You cannot sail on two boats. What you are saying?
Right, sir. Right.
Correct. Rekha Parvani's dialogue. This I learned from Rekha. Rekha Parvani told we cannot sail on two boats.
Bilkul, correct.
You cannot ride. Yes. You cannot ride on two goats. One leg on one goat, another leg on another goat. You cannot ride on two goats. You have to choose one goat.
Bilkul, correct.
But that is okay. That is correct. We have discussed. But we are a little bit more tricky today. How to balance our life? Little tricky. Prabha, thank you. Atmata, you brought some very beautiful perspective to that. Everybody in this call is a master. Everybody is a Gyani coming with so much beautiful. That's why this call we are able to sustain this call day after day after day, because all of you are so much in Jnana Yoga. This call is the best satsang. This call, so many people call this call satsang. So many people call this call, we are sitting in Mandir. This is Zoom Mandir. Somebody told me every day I go to Zoom Mandir. Because this is a Zoom Mandir. No better Mandir than this. We are all coming and we are all doing prarthana. What is that song? Mar jaunga ek din jo main छोड़ के ये मानव जन्म मेरे नाम क्या क्या होगा मुझको फिर पूजा तेरी करनी तो है मेरे नाम ऐसा ना हो जाए मुझको फिर ऐसा ना हो जाए मुझको फिर हाथ जोड़ ना पाऊं मेरे नाम ऐसा हो ऐसी कृपा हो मुझ पर भक्ति मैं हूं करता मेरे नाम. This is the song I've been trying to get from many days. Oh Lord, I pray that you don't take away the ability for me to fold my hands. Dog cannot fold hands, cat cannot fold hands, tiger cannot fold hands, elephant cannot fold hands, chipkali cannot fold hands, bird cannot fold hands. My dear friends, it is not easy to be on this path. It is not easy, I am telling you. And Atmatray, he said very beautifully, he said, cannot do seesaw. You decide what you want. But everybody in this call is, what is talking? What is talking? How can I do? How can I do? Or what is nonsense? So we want to find a solution. Today we will find a solution in the call. Prabha, you want to say something before I go to Rumata?
Yeah.
Prabha?
Yeah, Shivam Guruji.
Shivam.
Actually, according to me, like what when I got this message that today is this topic, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that we should do all our day-to-day life deeds, like, cooking, this, that, but surrender every deed to the Almighty, to the Supreme.
But can you do that?
Anything you are doing, if you are cooking for your son, you feel that you are giving it to your God, because even in my son there is God. I'm cooking for some neighbor, I'm surrendering it to God, because even my neighbor is God.
Beautiful.
And then ask for His grace, because without His grace, we cannot go on spiritual path. Unless He holds your hands, you cannot move even a bit in this world. Even
therefore, very good. So therefore, how do you balance, Prabha? How do you balance your life?
So surrender to God, do your duties, and leave everything to God. God has given you this body. God will take care of your body. God will show you the right path. And the very fact that I am on this journey after such a long time, you have been doing this class, Guruji, for very long. But I just got inside because God is now with me. He wants me to walk on the spiritual path. And I'm holding your hands and walking in this path.
We are all holding each other's hands, because
so
SIP is in each
God's
one
grace.
of us.
Only He wants us to do it. So I'm on it.
Very good. Prabha just told. Who else told what Prabha told? Same. Somebody else also told. No, just surrender before Atmatray. Who was it? Who somebody told? Was it Atmatray? Huh? Rohit. So we have got now 4 different kind of perspectives. Rumata ji, आप बताइए क्या माता जी क्या आपका क्या राय है? You tell me.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
We'll speak in English because people think you and me hijacked Hindi in the talk. So in English mein पूछिए आप.
Guruji, I feel there is no need of balancing, but the topic is how we can balance. So I think we have to remain in yoga. We have to move from one form of yoga into another. Beautiful. And remain in yoga, be one with God. That is the only solution, I feel.
Beautiful. But how to practically do it?
We have to practice it. We have to discipline our life and discriminate at every moment what is right and what is wrong for us.
So what do we do with samsara? What do we do with all the samsara that is around us, which is not spiritual? What do we deal with? How do we deal with that?
Guruji, if we have to move on the path of enlightenment, we have to leave them behind.
Leave them behind. Matlab chhod do. Chhod ke. What you are saying? छोड़ के सारी दुनिया मैं तेरे लिए मैं जीता हूँ तो बस तुझे पाने के लिए. हाँ ऐसे बोल रहे हैं.
Yes, Guruji.
Not easy. People can't do it. What you said is a beautiful answer, but one word is missing. One word I want to give you all today. One word is missing. Only one word. I think I told you all yesterday the word. How come nobody's using the word? कल मैंने already कोई था एक अरी कौन था अरी संपत उन्होंने there was some guy yesterday. I don't think he's on the call today. I request him. Huh? Ari? He's not there on the call today, no? So see, it's not easy. What Prabha said, it's not easy for somebody to come on this call. Suppose there's somebody's on this call today and God forbid you are paralyzed and you're in the hospital, you can't move. How will you come on the call? Suppose you are in the call and you are somebody very dear in the family is a fracture and you are in the hospital putting the cast. How will you do the call? So, my dear friends, it is not easy. But let us hear. Ru, bataiye. Tanu, Ru, bataiye. What is your point? Thank you, Ru Mataji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Ru. Tanuru. Your voice, आपका sound नहीं आ रहा है. नहीं, unmute करो. Unmute.
Problem is Guruji for.
Yes.
Yeah, Shivam Guruji.
Sure.
Guruji, the problem is that we are in call, and when that call impression is there in the head, then we are okay. But if the impression goes one day also, then we get lured by our desires and we are into it. And then when the call comes, then we are in spirituality. So how to keep that impression for a longer time?
So 40 minutes a day you are in spirituality. Baki you are in samsara.
No. 1 hour again I do yoga. So, but rest evening time, or sometimes, I feel that, okay, this place is nearby. I can go there. I can buy something, looking for temporary happiness. So I know it is a temporary happiness and it will not yield any result. But still.
I like your honesty. I just like your honesty. See how Ru is telling, how Ru is admitting. Ru is admitting that just for the sake of temporary pleasure, I know it is rubbish and temporary pleasure, still I get lured away. I get carried away. But Ru, you understand what is the point? That is not going to get you anywhere. That is just a waste of your time, your energy. You realize it, Ru. But you are unable to have what is called Shat Shampat. Shat Shampat means discipline. Shat Shampat means Sama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. This is the challenge in life. Sama, control of the mind. Dama, control of the senses. Sama, Dama, Uparati, withdrawing like a tortoise withdraws. Titiksha, forbearance, not to react. People are constantly trying to poke us. People are trying to poke us. How many people are there in our life? They will call, they will trouble, they will message, they will WhatsApp, they will call, and they will try to...
Guruji.
Huh?
Guruji, yesterday my husband was saying something to me.
Then what did you do? She's gone. Your voice is not okay. So I don't know. So my dear friends, Advaita, you want to say something, Advaita?
Yes, sir. Yes. Sure, sir.
Sure. Go.
Sir, I think this is a world's best Zoom call. Our call is because it gives our practical solutions to us.
So it's the world's best Zoom call.
Right, sir.
How do you know? And, how do you know in America, in Russia, there are better calls than our call? How do you know?
I have listened so many calls, but they are on theoretical things or only Dhyana yogas, their teachings and some spiritual techniques.
So now nowadays, should I give the answer to you now?
Yes. Okay.
I'll give the answer with your permission.
Yes.
My dear friends, whenever somebody asks you the question, how to balance our life? You cannot balance life because you have only one life. You have to integrate. I'm using the word, you have to integrate. Integrate means you have to weave. You know how ladies, they do knitting. Have you seen ladies doing knitting? They take wool and they go on knitting. They keep on knitting the wool. What happens is you have to integrate. Now I'm going to integrate whatever you people, you masters have told me in the call. Starting Ru Mataji. Ru Mataji said, we must remain in yoga. The basic wool, the basic way to integrate your life is yoga. You need to be in yoga. It can be any yoga. It can be Dhyana yoga, Bhakti yoga, Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Prema yoga. You can be with some beloved of yours. But don't fall below Prema yoga. Don't fall into Bhoga. If you fall into Bhoga, now some days back we spoke about something meaningful, meaningless. Somebody, I think Rohit, I'm not bringing Rohit's words in the picture. What did Rohit say? If you want to integrate your life, remain in consciousness. Remain in consciousness. What is this consciousness we are talking about? Awareness. Be aware. What is the awareness, my dear friends? The awareness is everything is a Leela. Everything is Maya. Today may be the last day. Today may be my last Zoom call. Do I want to suffer? Do I want to return to earth in a rebirth? Am I convinced? Am I very clear that this world is just what did Tanu Roo say? Roo said that I get carried away by temporary pleasures because there is no consciousness. Now I bring in Prabha. What did Prabha say? Prabha and even Atmatray. Atmatray, very important. Atmatray, you said we must reach that state of surrender. Atmatray, very important, and even Prabha. But my dear friends, like Atmatray said, this is the world's best Zoom call. But it is going to be useless if you don't challenge me, question me, and tell me whether you understand. So I am telling you, don't try to balance. Many of you spoke about this. Many of you in the beginning spoke about, we must balance, like this we must do, like that you must do. Cannot do. Cannot do. Who told? I think Atmatray said also, make your choice. You decide that you are weaving your life of spirituality. Now, all the samsara, all the worldly things that are around you, knit it in, weave it in, integrate it into your life. But don't stop living your spiritual life. Don't get carried away. What Sudeep said has some relevance, but I don't know, because it's juggling. I don't like to use the term Sudeep, juggling, because the juggling itself, the term itself, juggling, may the ball may fall. The moment the mind comes with a thought, the ball may fall. So I prefer to use, what did Blicko say? I like what Blicko said. What Blicko said, he said, let us be like the empire. Blicko, the empire, what it's all, I hope all of you are understanding, and please, I'm giving you 5 minutes time, because today we also have to go live on Instagram. Today they're telling me that I want to ask questions on Instagram. So we will move to Instagram, but we will continue the Zoom call. We're not stopping the Zoom call. Zoom will continue, but I will just move my face to Instagram in a minute or so. But who would like to tell me whether you are in sync, or you don't understand, or you don't agree, that if you want to balance your life, the only way is to integrate and make it into one. Make your life, don't try to balance, don't try to have two lives. If you have two lives, you're going to be like the juggler. One day or the other, the ball will fall. You know, let me tell you one thing. I learned this when I was in school. You can fool all the people some of the time, and you can fool some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. You can fool all the people sometime and some people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Learn to integrate your life. Don't be like a jumping monkey trying to balance. This balancing business doesn't work. Let us be clear about our priority of life. Yes, if anybody wants to make comment, Chidanand, I see you coming with a comment. Yes, sir.
Sir, I feel whatever we have said now is covered in that ABC. Accept without protest, do your best, and even consciousness, or whatever is your integration is ABC.
Correct. But correct. I want to give you all, what is this? Correct. But this is a new term. So what we are telling everybody in this call, Chidanand, you agree or you disagree? Don't try to balance your life. Because if you try to balance your life, so Chidanand, you are lying, you go to your wife, tells you we should be samsar. You tell your wife, yes, my darling, we must be in samsar. This AiR is a mad fellow. Then tomorrow you are listening to AiR. Then she tells you, yesterday you told AiR is mad fellow. You say, yeah, just like that, just to make him happy. I'm attending his call. How long will you do this, Chidanand? How long will you keep on?
You're fooling yourself. That is fooling yourself.
Correct. So I'm giving you the solution. I'm saying integrate it. Bring your wife also into the Zoom call. Make her find some interest in the Zoom call. So I'm just giving you an example. I'm saying we cannot balance. This balance, this juggling business will not work in spirituality. Okay. Thank you, Chiranand. Bliss.
Hi, Shvam dear.
Shvam, everyone.
What do you think? I have right. You can read.
Right. Administrator, who's reading out for Bliss's comment?
I'm happy to know that life is not supposed to be balanced, but organized in part to do what we have to do as consciously as possible.
Beautiful. Integrate. Bliss. You have got to integrate it into one life. You can't have bliss morning life and bliss evening life. Then again tomorrow morning, bliss morning life and then bliss evening life. And then tomorrow morning, again, bliss morning life and bliss evening life. This will be okay. You can do it, but it's very stressful. It will be very stressful for you. Okay. So let me quickly go on to Instagram and see whether anybody, how do I, anybody going to ask a question?
No.
Okay. Anybody on Instagram? They have told me today I should only Zoom.
Yes, sir.
And Atmatra, I'm coming back to you. If there's nobody on Instagram, we will take your question.
Okay.
Because I'm just looking at Instagram. Anybody? Instagram. Instagram is Shiva MKN. Any question? Neelam, Jane, Gaurid. So anybody wants to ask a question? There are many people on Instagram. But if anybody wants to ask a question, I don't know. I'm new to this. They said some people in Instagram want to ask question. So I don't know. I'm not on Instagram. I'm only on Zoom. So I'm asking anybody on Instagram. So we have one question. What is the question? Hi, AiR. My question is, my family believe more in religion other than understanding spirituality. Okay, my dear. Your family, the question on Instagram is they're saying my family believes in religion more than spirituality. Yes. I was reading I got one video today morning. Krishna is talking to Arjun. Krishna is telling, hey Parth, मैं हूँ वो राम जिसको तुम कहते हो घनश्याम. This is the video of Krishna talking to Arjuna. Hey Parth, मैं हूँ वो राम जिसे तुम कहते हो घनश्याम. And he says, मैं हूँ नरसिम्हा. Now this is the stories, my dear friend on Insta. This is the story which makes us live a life of ignorance. We think God is a Vyakti, but God is not a Vyakti. God is a Shakti. We think that God is Krishna, Ram, Shiva, Ganapati. So your family is good. Being religious is good, but you cannot have God realization. You cannot attain God realization. So you must get your family into spirituality. Religion is a kindergarten. Spirituality is a university. So imagine 80-year-old man still in kindergarten. Imagine 80-year-old man still learning A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, cannot be. We leave kindergarten and we go to university. We must leave religion and we must go to spirituality. Next question. Can you read to me? Tell me.
Life is all about karma. Tell me about Sanchit karma works. How Sanchit karma?
Life is all about karma. Tell me how Sanchit karma works. Sanchit karma is a corpus. It's like a warehouse. How it works is every life when we finish, death is sudden. The karma that is spending in this life goes into the warehouse, goes into the corpus, goes into the fixed deposit, whatever you call it. It's just a carried forward karma. Now that becomes the base from which your new birth is created on earth. Why is somebody born blind? Why is somebody born with one hand? Why is somebody born with in a palace? This is because of the Sanchita karma. This becomes the Prarabdha karma. From the Sanchita karma, from the corpus or the warehouse, some portion comes as the opening balance of this life on earth. Then there is Agami karma, a free will. And that is the Agami karma which Together with the prarabdha karma, we live, we die, and becomes back to the sanchita karma. The goal of life is to be free from sanchita karma, free from all karma, to be liberated and united with the divine.
Next question. In country like India, how can we overcome religion and understand spirituality, as from childhood we are taught to follow religion?
In country like India, only you must overcome religion and go to spirituality. In other countries, it's not so important, because in India, the problem of religion is too much. There is too much religion. How do you do it in India? By realizing that they are lies, that God lives in the skies. How many gods are there? 100 gods, 1,000 gods, lakhs, crores gods. God is one. What did Guru Nanak say? Ek Omkar, Satnam. All God, every religion believes their God is God. Are there so many gods and so many heavens? Which God created the earth? Which God created the sky? Which God created the ocean? Which God created the stars? Any common sense and intelligence will tell us there is one God. Second, is God made of bone and skin? Does God have a birthday? Prabhu Anant Anadi hai. God is beginningless, endless, birthless, deathless. But we have fun. We want to celebrate God's birthday. Huh? Now, we want to. So these are the lies that make us prisoners of religion. Religion is not bad. We need religion for enlightenment, for God realization. But we have to let go of religion. And in India, if you, my answer to you, the last answer, because we have to end, and in future we will also give some questions to Instagram, because Zoom people are also happy that we have questions from Instagram. If in India you want to get over religion, go to the root of Hinduism. The root of Hinduism is Sanatana Dharma. In Sanatana Dharma, we are taught Neti, Neti, Tattvamasi. We are taught Ayamatma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi. These are the 4 Mahavakyas of the Upanishads, of the Vedas. And these teach us that God is everywhere. Prabhu to hai har jagah, har shay mein wo hai, koi jagah na jahan wo nahi hai, kan kan mein wo hai, uske bin kuch nahi hai. We are all manifestations of the one divine. So thank you. It was a good start for Insta. And we will continue every day to take questions on Insta. Throughout, we will take Insta from 8 to 8:30. We'll have Zoom, and we'll also take questions on Insta. Thank you, Insta group. Tomorrow, there is no call. Tomorrow, I'm on a plane. So only from day after tomorrow. We'll close with Atmatrai's question. Atmatrai, you want to say something, Atmatrai?
Yes, sir. Sir, I feel some Zoom members definitely get enlightenment within some days because of their lot of realizations. I think so.
Of course, Atmatrai. Why you say some people? Maybe all will get. We don't know.
Okay.
So let us hope for all. See, because Atmatrai, this group is of very committed seekers. This group is of jigyasus who are coming every day. Atmatrai, you are seeing the people coming every day. Is it a joke, Atmatrai? Is it a joke to come every day on this call? Is it a joke?
No.
See, you heard people on Instagram asking the question, how to leave religion, how to believe in spirituality. It is so difficult, Atmatrai. And unless we are committed, for today's topic, unless we integrate our life into a spiritual, we don't have to throw our family members out. Suppose your child is not interested in spirituality. Will you kick him out of the house?
No.
No, you don't have to do it. But you don't stop your spirituality. You keep your priority clear. You integrate other people of your life into the spiritual weaving, into the spiritual integration. Don't give up your priority because you have only one life. My time has gone way beyond because of the Instagram questions. Thank you for your patience. But tomorrow, holiday. Tomorrow, all of you can have pakoda, chai, samosa, biryani, tandoori, because I will be on a flight. I'm in Switzerland. And I will be.
We'll miss you, Guruji, tomorrow. We'll miss it.
We will look forward to seeing you day after tomorrow back on Zoom at 7:30 Friday with an interesting subject: the difference between the material world and the spiritual world. Friday 7:30. With folded hands, I bow down to you.